research. The four winds. The four winds came from the four kingdoms that Israel had to fight.
Say that. Say that.
And when I tell you at first, when I used to preach this, I used to preach the four winds. You know, God is bringing restoration, prosperity. The four winds. He's breathing into your life. And when I began, I said, oh, Jesus, I was preaching everything wrong. Lord, it was good, but it wasn't right. Because you know what? The four winds represented Babylonians, which is rebellion, offense, witchcraft. The Persians, the rulers of other gods. And Daniel said it best because he said that you saw one as a lion that had eagle's wings. And another wind was the bear. And then another wind was a leopard. And then another wind was the four beasts. He said, which is Roman Empire, which doesn't really have an outward appearance. He said, but the Greeks was a depressed economy. Another wind was the Roman Empire, was lack of communication and a lazy spirit.
Say that, say that, say that.
And God said, before these bones can live, he said, prophesy to the four winds.
Say that,
and
say
I was
that.
Like, oh my God,
yeah.
Shut up. He said, yeah, come against laziness.
Say that.
Come against the lack of communication.
Say that.
He said, because it's ripping our families up. He said, come against rebellion and witchcraft. Come against the spirit of being offended. He said, come against the rulers of other gods. Because you know how they really died? They died, first of all, because they was worshiping other gods.
That's true.
And as they continue to worship other gods, they died spiritually. Because you begin to separate yourself from me. He said, now come against it. Speak against it. And tell her, no. As my family, you will serve the Lord. And if you're not going to serve him here, you're going to have to rise up and get on out. And God will take care of you. We'll plead the blood over you. But this house is going to come into order. And I promise you, as long as you are here, you'll begin to believe what God says about this household. When you begin to speak to your family, he said, it'll begin to put itself back together again. Bone to bone. Sinews upon sinews. Veins. He said the equator will come back together again. He said it'll begin to turn in a proper position.
Say that. Say that.
So now, he said, when you rise up as a vested army. And then when you go into the NIV version, it said that the bones begin to shake. And then it began to stand. Yes. And it was shaking all over. But then it said it received strength in its ankles.
Say that. Strengthen the people need.
He said, I got strength in my foundation. He said, everything else will come and everything else will stand erect if you have strength in your foundation. He said, some of you have warped your foundation. Too much water, polluted water has come in and it has cracked certain positions in your life. God said, but I'm coming with a fresh wind and I'm bringing stability. I'm bringing consistency.